Happy Tuesday morning, everybody. The King Louis, there he is on his perch. I know a lot of you have been saying, where's Louis? Why is he not up there? I don't know what the deal is with Louis. It seems like in the heat of the summer, he's running around outside all the time. He's a boy. Hey, what are you doing, buddy? Look at you. You a badass. Oh, he knows. He's shy. Hi, Lucy. Hi, baby. They all around Poppy this morning. Okay. Mark Martin is on his way. Yes, he is. Somebody said, you better record him coming up that driveway in the bus. I will. I'll be ready. Yeah, we're going to go out and eat. We're going to have a good time. So anyway, everything will be just as normal. We're going to do Mark Martin in 2 or 3 10-minute Coffee with Kenny segments. What we'll do is segment 1 will be 10 minutes. Then we'll download it. And we'll say Coffee with Kenny, Mark Martin, number 1. And then we'll keep going, and then we'll do Coffee with Kenny, Mark Martin, number 2. And I'm thinking maybe about 20 minutes will be done, because then I want you all to look out for another special that we're going to do with Mark about his bus. Yeah, Mark is building another bus. And if you follow him on social media, so we all talked about it, Mark and Matt, they love the idea because Mark loves his buses. And Mark says, Herman, you run that dirt car and I got my bus. So Mark is already building another one, and we'll do a little special with this one and see what Mark has to tell us. Then we're going to go back in the shop and we're going to talk about Mark Martin's dirt racing days. Did you know that Mark Martin grew up a dirt racer? And yeah, he's friends with Jared Lander's dad, old Lance Landers. The Landers, they own Jonathan Davenport's car, one of the greatest dirt racers of all time. And we'll go around the shop and we'll look at things and we'll talk about the good old days when Mark used to race Rusty. And that's where Mark knows me from. We've been friends since I've been 10, 11 years old. So we're going to make some good content. And Mark's getting ready to roll up here pretty soon. Okay. I get on social media today, and I don't know what's going on. I mean, I went to bed I was tired last night. I think I was in bed at 9:40. Finally fell asleep around 10, something like that. So I wake up this morning and everything's like one day old. I guess a lot of people did a lot of social media late on Monday night. But the one that's getting a lot of traction is, don't know who it is really. I apologize. But there's a social media presence out there that's saying there's no content creators in NASCAR talking about, the race and really getting it on. And it just shows that NASCAR has fallen mightily. I'm like no, my friend. It was very nice. It was well done, but it was 3 inches long and it was beautiful. But I'm like, no, what we got is we got fatigue from all the negativity. We had an incredible race. We had an incredible fight for the championship on Sunday in Phoenix. And it came down to the last corner. Is Kyle Larson going to make it back to the checkered flag in front of Denny Hamlin? And I gotta tell you, I think fatigue has set in. I know me for a fact, myself, I thought a little bit yesterday about maybe just taking a break. And I will. I will take a break on social media. If you all know me well enough, I take 7-day breaks. I did it about a month ago. I think a lot of you know that. I just don't get on social media for 7 days. What I do is I do my Coffee with Kenny. I'll download it on Facebook, and then Charlie will get it off of there and put it on YouTube. Sometimes you got to take a break because the noise is so negative. See, not everybody's like me. I'm thick-skinned. It just, hell, it inspires me to talk about everything. But it can if you let it and you're not as strong as me, we're having fun, everybody. That's what I mean. I'm poking at you. When you're a badass like me, you can just let it drip off your shoulder. It don't even matter. But I think everybody's got fatigue from everybody complaining. My timeline yesterday, if you all could have seen my timeline yesterday, you would have said, holy moly. It was continuous all day long. They better change these points. NASCAR's failing. It's like, guys, girls, same different day. Same different day. NASCAR has clearly told us all we got a new point system coming out. And, for a while it died down. But because the race was so good on Sunday, now everybody's just firing right back up again. It will eventually die out because Thanksgiving will take over. Christmas will come in. New Year's will come in. But the moral of the story is NASCAR is going to change the point system. And we're going to talk to the man that started it all, Mark the Kid Martin out of Batesville, Arkansas. We're going to ask Mark, were you surprised that you had this much influence on NASCAR? They hear you. They're changing the point system. Even Steve O'Donnell said a lot of things that really made me happy. Steve O'Donnell said, here, I'm going to tell you what he said, but not exactly what he said, but I'm going to say it so it makes sense. He says, we want our superstars to be the superstars. So example, Connor Zilisch in the Xfinity Series, he's our superstar. But we can't celebrate him the way we want to. We can't say our superstar, Connor Zilisch, is the champion because it came down to a one-race playoff. And Connor and Justin Allgaier, they just didn't run real good at the end of the year. So we cannot advertise. I mean, we can advertise our superstar, but not as a champion. So Steve O'Donnell and NASCAR, they're going to make sure that the new point system is going to celebrate the person that is rewarded. Now, I've been consistent. I've said it right here. I'm the only one on video all the time. I've defended this point system because I just never thought it was a big deal. And I'm going to ask Mark, why this year? We've done this for the last 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is. Why this year? Why? Okay, we're at the 5th race of the year. Okay, in 2025, the 5th race of the year. And everybody's like, I don't like this point system. I'm like, the is this all about? What? We're at the 10th, 15th race of this year, 2025. And everybody's like, it was a good race, but I don't like the point system. I'm like, what? So I've been defending it all along because I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Why? What? This point system has been going on for years. But why this year? So I've been consistent. Why this year? And I just don't get it. But we're going to talk to Mark Martin. Remember, I was the first one to have Mark Martin on Kenny Conversation. And he lit it up. And remember, they took those shorts and they put them all over social media. So blame it all on me. Blame it all on me putting Mark Martin on Kenny Conversation. And I've always said, I like this system. I just want a 3-race playoff. But hey, all I can say is I don't give a flying f***. You guys are crazy. You're crazy. Had a hell of a race on Sunday and you're like, I don't like the points. I'm like, okay, all right. So there's content creators and Kenny Wallace Media. We're out here digging. All right, everybody. Tomorrow's the big day. If you've made it to 9 minutes and 40 seconds, tomorrow's the big day. Have a great Tuesday, everyone.